Hi guys. Hello. Hair hanging in my face. Who's here? Oh, hello. 40 people here already. Hi guys. Hi Alma. Hi Lulu. Hi Cake Lover. Hi Baby Love. Hi Sarah. Hi Aaron. Hi Amy. Sorry, my WhatsApp's going off. Hi Cynthia. Hi guys. What's happening? Excuse my nails. They're still not great. Oh, that one looks terrible. Let's fix that right now. Hi Pebbles. Hi Bibi. Hi guys. Oh no, what have I done? Made it worse. Hi Mario. Hi Tara. Hi Sylvia. Hi Despin. Hi Amy. Hi Bambi. Hi guys. Hi Helen. So happy I'm catching your full live. Oh yes. Wonderful. I wouldn't mind doing a super chat, but I don't want to get yelled at. I'll probably yell at you anyway, good darling. All right, guys, let me go from the top. YDM05. Hi, Loz. I don't know where me and SP are right now. Oh, I feel like my ears are blocked. I'm hearing myself in my own head while I'm talking. How strange. Hi, Loz. I don't know where me and SP are right now. He texts me good morning and FaceTimes me sometimes. Every time we talk, he asks, am I still going to the college he's going to? He made a folder where I can, and we separated in July. So I know he still has feelings for me. I would like to know, what does this mean? I don't know what it means, Dylan. You give it the meaning. So give it the meaning that he's constantly asking you if you're still going to that college because he wants to see you. He's dying to see you, and he messages you good morning and FaceTimes you because he's dying to talk to you and he wants to see your pretty face and he loves you. Guys, you give it the meaning. Whatever meaning it is, you give it. I can't tell you. I'm not Yoda, okay? So I can't tell you what anything means. Only you give that meaning. So give it excellent meaning, darling, that he loves you. And even though you're separated, he can't stop thinking about you. So figure out what unconscious thoughts you were having that caused the separation and go and fix those and work on your self-concept and see you and him together if that's what you want. Loz, even though my self-concept is 100%, some guys still don't message back. My dad did abandon me. How can I fix this? I remember you saying you can affirm all you want, but until you fix this, guys will keep showing up this way. Yeah, they will. Okay. So the thing you fix is the assumption you have that all men leave me, that the people I love leave me. So you've got a dominant assumption that eventually they'll leave. When I get close to people, when I love them, they won't stick around. That's the assumption abandonment generates. Okay. So you want to say things like, once you've met me, you love me, and you can't be without me because I'm so special and I'm enough and I'm loved by you and I'm lovable and I'm the most lovable girl in the world. Think of all the reasons why they wouldn't leave. Okay. Oh, super chat. Who sent me that? Hi, Amy. Thank you. I could have been working on self-concept for a hot minute now. What could be some affirmations to ramp it up? Oh, I have been working on self-concept for a hot minute now. What could be some affirmations to ramp it up? Oh, I saw some fucking stupid video that Shelley Bullard's about to premiere saying the ultimate self-concept affirmation. Really, Shelley? Well, if it isn't to do with my childhood and not specific to me, it ain't the ultimate self-concept affirmation. What a load of absolute bullshit. Amy, I can't give you shit unless I know what happened in your childhood. You can say, I'm a master manifester. I'm the baddest bitch. Everything comes to me quickly and easily. My life is perfect, but that really won't do anything. So if Shelley Bullard's video that she's premiering, that 30 people are waiting to hear the ultimate affirmation, there ain't no ultimate affirmation. It has to be specific to your subconscious mind. No one, and I repeat, no one can tell you a magic bean affirmation. Here's the magic bean. Eat this magic bean. Your whole life will be solved, Shelley Bullard says. What a lot of shit, Shelley Bullard. I'm dying to know what this magic bean affirmation is she's going to do in the video. I'm dying to see it. So, Amy, I can't give you one. What happened in your childhood, Amy? Tell me. Because it's totally irrelevant to you what I give you right now. You can say I'm a master manifester. Everything comes to me quickly and easily. I get what I want. I run this shit. That's just general shit about your power. Tell me what your problems are, and I'll tell you. You don't have to super chat me again, but Amy, tell me what your childhood was like or what the problem is now, what you get triggered by now, and I'll tell you what the affirmations are. I can't give you magic bean affirmations in here. Oh, Bibi, you're giving me $7.99 with no question. Darling, where's your question? Thank you for the super chat, but where's your fucking question, darling? Guys, don't super chat me with no question. That's very lovely of you, but unnecessary. Hi, Elma. Lulu, my SP has stopped reaching out to me as much. I just want him to call. Also, some girl posted a pic with SP and I feel shit. So you're comparing yourself to that girl, seeing that girl as a threat. So she won't go away anytime soon because you brought her into your reality by thinking about her more and more. And the more you think about her, the more the bitch will stick around. Stop looking at his socials or her socials if it's triggering you and see you and him together. And if he's not reaching out, what fearful thoughts are you having before he stopped? How can I get guys who I don't like to stop messaging me? They keep asking me out, but I want nothing to do with them. Only the guys I want me. The guys I don't want just go away. They're not my reality anymore. They've disappeared. They're not bothering me. I've sprayed them like with fly spray. See you later. I've been scripting and doing what I feel is best to manifest the commitment, but sometimes I wish I could ask him, like, why aren't we together? He said, if we go to college together, we're getting what? Where's the rest of it? Oh, shit. And these are in two parts, guys. It's hard. Try and write it in all one thing if you can. Oh, I've lost my place. So, darling, there's no point asking him why you're not together, okay? Going to college together, we're getting married in November. So it's like, obviously, he sees me as wifey material. I've been scripting, we get back together in February. What's this? You're getting married in November, but you're not together at the moment. What is this, an arranged marriage or something? But you're separated now. I'm really not understanding this story. So you've got a dominant assumption he doesn't want you, darling. He's just marrying you because it's been arranged or something. What's going on there? Or he's just going along with it because his family's arranged it, but he doesn't actually want you because otherwise you'd be together. What's your dominant assumption about him? That's what you need to fix. Sarah, hi Loz. An ex and a bunch of new guys have been messaging me nonstop. Birdsville and yes, saw an old friend of mine today and he didn't even recognize me, telling me how stunning I looked and was repeating my affirmations. Oh, love it, Sarah. Love it. Self-concept is on fire. Thanks to you. Oh, that's great, Sarah. Wonderful. Keep going. Hey, Loz, first life for me. Oh, curious. Are you a parallel reality kind of girl? I don't think I've heard you speak much on it. I don't speak in about the kind of like parallel reality speak because I learned more from Neville, and Neville doesn't really talk about parallel realities, but the state that you change to is your parallel reality, right? You are in a one reality, everyone's in their own reality, and there are multiple infinite realities to you that are parallel to you. You're just stepping into them. That's changing the state. So when I talk about changing states, I'm talking about parallel reality. It's just become this woo-woo speak that people talk about on TikTok and YouTube because it's trending, and a whole lot of bitches are talking about it, not understanding that it's a simple act of changing your imaginal state from one state to the other imaginal state. You've quantum jumped. Ta-da! You quantum jumped. Ta-da! You're in an alternate reality. Well done. It's not woo-woo. It's not difficult. It's not as complicated as these silly bitches are making out. It's really simple. It's what you're doing when you manifest. Consciously, I mean. That's awesome, Sarah. Congrats. Yes, Natcon. It's exciting when things start happening in the 3D. Sometimes I find myself thinking, oh shit, it's really happening. What if it goes wrong? But I flip it straight away and remind myself it's working. Oh, wonderful, Nat. Yeah, don't be doing that old Nat thinking of the negative. Fuck that. Loz, I don't seem to care about whether or not my SP comes back. Is that a good thing? Yes. I'm so into myself, I literally turned off by other guys. Might as well marry myself. You're all invited. You're all invited. Love it. Send me a wedding invitation, darling, to your own wedding to yourself in my PO box. I've got a lot of wedding invitations coming. I should be expecting wedding invitations marrying yourself, guys. Might get more of those. It's becoming a phenomenon in the group, darling, that people aren't wanting their SPs anymore because their self-concept so on point, and they're kind of looking down on their SPs now because they're so high up on the pedestal. I've not seen this in any other Facebook groups in my life before. It's really bizarre, and it's because I'm focusing on self-concept more than anyone. Hang on. SP's exes are friends with his friends in some type of way. I don't know about that part because I'm the only girl. He will always find his way back to me, but he follows his exes because they are cordial. On IG, I wouldn't follow my exes out of respect for him. I wouldn't want him to do the same. Well, darling, you've got some issues with that. That's got nothing to do with him. I follow all my exes on every single platform. We're all friends. That's about you. It's not out of respect for you. It's because you've got some trust issue or some I'm not good enough. Other girls compare to me. They're a threat to me thinking, and he shouldn't have to do anything of the sort. And if someone asked me to unfriend my exes One of my best friends in England is my ex. We are extremely close. If I was with a guy and he said, you can't be friends with Stuart anymore, I'd be like, are you right? We were on and off for 6 years. He's a good guy. He's a good friend of mine. He's now with a girl. Why would it be a threat to you? I'd be like, you need to go and get your head read. You're insecure. That's what I'd say to that boyfriend. Understand? That's about you, darling. Oh, someone sent me $30.99. Oh, Nix, thank you so much. At last, you've got super chats. Oh, thank you, darling. I've manifested random things for a couple of close mates, thought them a few times, and now in my 3D. Oh, really, darling? Well, if you're doing that so masterfully for other people, do it for yourself. Wonderfully, darling. Look, guys, sometimes it's easier to manifest for other people because you've got no resistant thought against it. It's not harder in your mind because you think, oh, I can do that for them. And sometimes you think, well, why can I do this for other people and not for myself? Because you've got a whole lot of negative thought about the thing you want for yourself and a whole lot of old story about the thing you want for yourself and a whole lot of this is harder for me, right? So if you can do that so masterfully for other people, darling, get rid of whatever thought it is that's stopping you from doing it for yourself. But that's wonderful that well, maybe you're not doing it, stopping and doing it for yourself, but that's wonderful, darling. What happened? Tell us. That's great, Nix, and thank you for that massive super chat. So nice of you. Hang on, guys. What? Where was I? Hi, Cynthia, darling. Is this Dare Diva? I have exes I'm cordial with because they're part of my friend group and I follow them. It's no big deal. Don't read into it. Yes, guys. Hi, Bibi. I wouldn't mind doing it. Oh, I saw that one. So happy on catching. Yes. Did some focus on myself today, took a step back and reminded myself that no one has free will in my reality. Yes, guys, please keep reminding yourself of that. I forget that a lot and I've got to remind myself. Lost a ball in my piercing after thinking about it this morning. You'd say I'm a master manifestor. Oh, no, if you think about the negative, guys, sometimes it will happen and you kick yourself. I'm tired of the same patterns going on to focus on myself. Guys, look, when you get really sick of yourself, that's when this shit starts to work because you think, okay, I'm sick of my old thinking. I'm sick of myself. I am sick of me. That's when shit starts to work. Hi, Sadie. Hi, Anna. Good evening. Hi, Carla. Hi, Loz. Would it be annoying to post awesome self-concept affirmations during this live? No, please put them there. Guys, you've got to realize people can read the chat afterwards. So put them there and it will help others. It's wonderful. Hi, Paige. Hi, Liana. Hey, Loz. Needing help with affirmations to stop parents being so toxic. Stop saying they are. And negative. Stop saying they are. And constantly putting me down. Stop saying they do that. Even if I'm not feeling well, it's always you're useless, you're lazy. So you've got a real dominant assumption that negative, toxic, and put you down. So they'll continue to do that until you see your parents differently. They're so encouraging. They always say kind words to me. I remember when they used to put me down, but I don't let anyone put me down anymore, and I don't put myself down. No one puts me down in my reality anymore because I run this reality, and I've decided no one puts me down. My parents are so positive. They're so pleasant to be around. See them differently. Moving up this weekend from the family, hoping to make this dynamic better by living on my own away from them. Well, decide it is. Guys, you can move all you like, but you follow you everywhere, Crystalline. I'm really sorry. Guys, I went from here to Sydney. Then I didn't like Sydney anymore. Went from Sydney to London. Didn't like London anymore. Went from London to Perth. Getting sick of Perth now. Thinking maybe I'll go back to Sydney. You follow you everywhere. So, guys, unless you change you, the place isn't the problem. The dynamic isn't the problem. The family isn't the problem. It's all you. When the penny drops, you want to never have to move again. Unless you're moving for some other reason. Understand? Just decide the dynamic's better. What? You're not Yoda, lol? No, darling. I wish. Hey, Loz, my SP's ex keeps trying to tell me why he isn't shit. I've affirmed against it, but I don't know what else to do. My SP's ex keeps trying to tell me why he isn't shit. I don't understand that. Well, why is she telling you? Well, just ignore it, darling. I'm not quite sure. So you don't want to think he's shit, or you do want to think he's shit? You're trying to think he's shit, are you? I'm confused. This goes to show there's no resistance, resonance, things happen. I manifested a colleague retiring and a friend playing soccer. Both were just random thoughts I recently had and now in 3D. Oh, really? So you never need resistance to it and it happened. That's amazing, darling. Hi, my Star Moon Space. Hi, Loz. My bird is on night shift again, so I'm making food for him while watching you. Oh, darling, what? So, Amy, tell me what your self-concept things are. I don't know. I just felt like I've never been enough. Okay, well, if you've never been enough, then say I'm more than good enough. I'm this and I'm that. Write down all the qualities you can think of yourself that make you good enough. I've got beautiful hair. I've got sparkling eyes. People love my energy. They love my popping ass. They love my advice. Write a list of like 40 qualities of yours that people have complimented you about or you can fully believe are true. Think of 40, darling. Write them down and then circle the best ones you can think of and turn them into affirmations about yourself to prove in yourself that you're good enough. I'm more than good enough because I've got a popping ass. I'm more than good enough because people love my energy. I'm more than good enough because I fucking said so. Use because I said so and because, like we're doing in the challenge in the Facebook group at the moment. So at the moment, guys, there's a because I said so challenge going in the Facebook group. So you amp up your affirmations with because, da-da-da. Use that, darling. I'm more than good enough because, and add the qualities. Try those. Try that. Kind of messes with your reasoning mind and gives it a reason. And you go, fuck you, mind. These are the reasons. It goes, oh, all right. Sarah, hey, Loz, need to be yelled at this evening. SP and I talking so much less and it's getting to me, totally realizing this is my self-concept. I need to work on me and that's not really about him. Good. Okay, well, I'm glad you've realized that. Now start saying he's coming towards me, he's constantly talking to me. And then think, why am I thinking he isn't? What about me makes me think he doesn't want me? Oh, because I think he's talking to other girls in his DMs, or I think he thinks I'm not good enough, or I think he's not attracted to me anymore, or I feel not good enough, I feel not chosen. I feel like guys always leave me. I feel like when I get insecure, they leave. What are you thinking that's causing that? Hi, Loz. When I miss him, I feel like I'm so stupid. What should I do when I feel like that? Don't feel stupid for missing them, guys. If you love someone, of course you're going to miss them. It's like if someone dies, you're going to miss them. It's a grief. It's a feeling of like they're not here. Okay. So the more you can step into, oh no, they are here. He's got his arms around me every night. I can feel him in bed with me. I love having him here. I can smell his cologne. I can smell his sweat. I can feel his bristles against my skin. Do that more, guys. Live in your mind more. Don't feel stupid about it. Just live in your mind more. Okay. Please scream. How can I believe I'm chosen? Often you won't, guys. Often you won't feel it at all because you've got a dominant assumption you aren't chosen. You're not going to feel it or believe it. You're just going to say it a lot. Who sent me this? Hi, KCNRSE1. Thank you, darling. SP called and talked. Still third party. He wanted to be with me. He has surgery on Thursday. Not sure if I should reach out or react. Okay, so it's up to you guys what you do in the 3D. I can't really tell you what to do, whether or not to be with them, call them, react to them, whatever. But if he wants to be with you as in sexually, or he wants to be with you as in wants to be with you, we'll give that good meaning that he's in love with you and he doesn't want that fucking third party and she's on the way out. Okay, don't focus on the third party. Focus on you and him together. Imagine you're his soft place to land when he goes into surgery, that he needs you. You're his rock. You're his soft place to land. You're the person he has to talk to. You're the person he confides in. You're the person he needs. Okay, and see you and him together and just banish that third party from your mind. Go and do my banish the third party sleep tape, because if they're still existing, they're still in your reality, you've got to banish that bitch from your mind by focusing on you and them together and focusing on you as the priority and you as the chosen one. That's the key. And forget about that bitch. Stop thinking about her. And whatever you then do in the 3D reality, like call him back or like react or respond, will come from a place of confidence because you feel like, well, he loves me and we're going to be together, so it doesn't matter what I do. Do it from a place of confidence. Just feel like I've never been. I can saw that one, Amy. Give me a magic bean, damn it. Who the hell is Shelley anyway? My mum taught me negative things about situations like that. Thank you. Sharing how you're the same friend group. I never had this happen. So at first it was odd for me. What's this? Oh, negative. Okay, well, we're talking about before. Loz, could you please explain the Sabbath? Not affirming urge anymore, but feel like badass bitch. Good. Okay, so the Sabbath in the Bible, Sunday, the day of rest, is considered the day when you don't do work, right? But that's actually wrong. It's not a physical day where you sit down and you don't do work and Sunday's your holiday day like it used to be in the olden days when everyone worked every day of the week except Sunday. It literally means rest in your mind, knowing it is done. Right? So everything, the allegory of the Bible has been so mistranslated that even Sunday is mistranslated. Okay, so it's not the day where you do Shabbat dinners and all this shit. It's the day where you literally rest in your mind knowing the thing you want is done already. That's the Sabbath. So if you feel less urgency to affirm, less urgency to visualize, you're in the state of it's done already, that's the Sabbath. You are in the state of it's done. That's a good feeling. The thing is, I have been doing the affirmation you gave me one-to-one for abandonment for close to a year now at least, and guys are still abandoning what to do, when and why. Okay, so if they're still abandoning you, then it isn't working. So amp goes up. Okay? Guys, you've got to understand this. Depending on how old you are, sometimes I'm not joking, sometimes doing affirmations for a whole year, you still won't have progressed. I know that sounds scary, but you've got to think, how old am I? How long have I been thinking this shit? You've got to really dominantly think the new thoughts of not being abandoned. You've got to really dominantly think the new thoughts of why you won't be abandoned. You've got to really dominantly think, I'm this new girl who this no longer happens to. I've decided, sorry guys about the snoring dog. Can you hear that? So if the affirmations aren't working for you, either ramp them up with really rampaging them every day, or really decide you are that new girl now who doesn't get abandoned, and write a story every day, do a scripting journal about the new you and how this now happens for you, that people stick around and people do this and that. Really ramp it up, because if you've been doing it for a year and it's still happening, then something's gone awry there where you haven't impressed your mind enough and you haven't stepped in the new state of you yet. Or it's just the old playing out and you've totally transformed and it's still the old 3D. Could be that. Oh, thank you, $9.99. Oh, Whitney, hi, darling. Focusing on I'm chosen, perfect just the way I am, feels so good during the day. At night, I revise third-party stuff before sleep, because sleep tapes, before self-concept sleep tapes, can't help notice, no contact. Should I give it meaning, but trying not to think of ESP as much? At night, I revise third-party stuff because before sleep tape. Okay, so you do a bit of revision for the sleep tape, but can't help notice the no contact. Okay. So if you can't help but notice the no contact, I would try, Whitney, instead of revising the third-party stuff at the moment, I would forget about the third-party stuff. Okay, you've done enough revision. That should be revised. Forget about that bitch. She's just the obstacle. Now I want you every night in bed before you do the sleep tapes to have an in conversation with your SP. And imagine him lying in bed with you, and every night have a conversation with him, even if it's out loud and talking to your pillow. Babe, why'd you come back? Because, babe, no one compares to you, and I just thought about you every night. And every time I kissed someone else or was with someone else, all I could think of was you. I only ever saw your face and heard your voice, and it was all you. It was always been you. Really? Here I was feeling so lonely. No. I thought of you every day. I thought of you every day. I just didn't know what to say. I just didn't know what to do. Have an inner conversation with me. That might help you, because then you feel like they're there. You feel like there's no contact. You feel like there's no separation more, and you fall asleep with your arms around them, their arms around you, you spooning each other, and then you do your sleep tape. Try that, darling. Oh, dog. God damn it. Magic affirmations that give you your manifestation in 24 hours. So proud of myself. I got my SP to verbatim say one of my affirmations: you are a diamond in the rough, a rare find. I am stunned. Oh, but that's so specific. You're a diamond in the rough, a rare find. Holy shit. That's crazy. Shelley Willard, did you know one of her old videos, she also mentioned sometimes you don't get your manifestations? Or did she? She's very LOA sometimes, Shelley. She confuses the fuck out of me. Oh, Star Moon Space, why are you sending me 20 bucks? Could you explain why does your reality all shift when you work on your actual core self-concept? I started self-concept for SP, but all areas of my life are improving so rapidly since December 2021. I cried seeing the difference now versus the past few years. Okay, so if everyone is simply a reflection of you and your core self-concept, the you, inside your mind has changed, then that has no choice but to reflect out to others, and they have no choice but to reflect back to you your new you. You are now the new you. So your new thoughts about you: I am loved, I am wanted, I'm chosen, people love my energy, people think I give the best advice. So if you think about this, at the beginning of the year, at the end of 2020, I had an affirmation tape in my phone that said, people love my energy, they love listening to me, they love my advice. Now, I wasn't talking about the TikTok. I hadn't even dreamed of doing a TikTok. In February of the next year, I started a TikTok, and the words people say on my TikToks most of all is, I love your energy, I love your advice, you're my favorite TikToker. Right? Now, that is based on the affirmations I was saying in November of 2020. And that has had no choice but to push out to people, and people still continue to say the word energy to me all the time. It still spins me out. Right? So that pushed out, and it created a business for me. It created people saying this back to me. It created people loving my videos. It's created a whole business. It's changed. And I was just talking about it like love life-wise or better life-wise. I wasn't even thinking of a business, right? So it's amazing how when you start to change and you start feeling differently about yourself and thinking new thoughts and sending those thoughts out, it will reverberate to all areas of your life: family, friends, business, love life. It's not just for your SP. It's everything, because you've changed the state of you, and your thoughts about you are now being sent out, and they have no choice but to reflect those new thoughts back. Mhm. Not the Shelley Bullard slander. I'm not standing Shelley. I like Shelley. I think it's just a promotion thing, but she does have good advice on self-love and embodying the state of wish filled on a channel. No, I like Shelley. I just think she's very feeling-based, which I'm very different from, because that's not Neville, okay? But I really like Shelley's, like, getting into the feminine energy kind of being state of being adored. She's excellent at. Hang on. Oh, God, what happened here? Oh, wow. It just really jumped. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Oh! Where was I? Oh, Dylan's here. Hello. Oh, wow. This has jumped massively. Where the fuck am I? I am the magic bean. Yes, I love that. Okay. Hi, Loz. Thank you for all you do. I love you. Oh, thank you. How to affirm or what? To help someone who lost their joy in life, like my friend's talking about, don't want to live in this life anymore. See them as happy. See them as coming to you saying, I've got a new lease on life. I can't believe I used to think that way. I feel so happy in myself now. Of course I want to live. I've got so much to live for. Why did I even say that? I can't believe I even thought that way. Imagine them coming to you saying that, darling, and say, he's so positive now. He can't believe he ever thought that way, and think that for them. Send it to them. Manifesting peace of mind for no reason. Nothing has changed in 3D, but feel so at peace. Is that what you call a bird's full land? Yes, darling, if you've got peace in your mind, that's wonderful, and that will reflect out absolutely that you're just feeling in the Sabbath and feeling good about yourself. That's wonderful. When revising, should you focus on the revision and affirmation? Should you focus on the scene and what you wish to change? But once you've changed it, you don't have to keep changing it. You just step into the state of the new you where it's changed. But if you keep remembering the old vision and the old memory, then go and revise it again. And you can use revision affirmations as well, like I have always. If SP comes back, then how come there are so many divorce and separation? I guess it's because people give up thinking grass is greener on the other side and give up too easily. You know how many people don't know about this? You know how many people don't understand that their dominant thoughts create their reality? That's why there's so many divorces and separation, because they're doing things in the 3D like having arguments and trying to change their spouse. If you try and change your spouse, you're not understanding this. 99.9% of the world do not understand this, darling. That's why people get divorced. And they think it's the other person they're divorcing, and they're really not understanding that the problem is them. Then they'll go and marry someone else, then they'll split up, and then they think it's constantly the people they're choosing, and no one has the realization, even on their deathbed, that it was them all along, that they were the only cause of their fucking problems. Most people don't have a fucking clue. That's why they blame other people. They get on TikToks and complain about their breakups. They go to dating coaches about how to manipulate someone. They all think it's them, that everything outside of them is causing their reality, and they're not understanding that they are the only cause, and then they die not knowing that. That's why. My SP keeps posting stuff on his stories. It gives me more details to add to my visualization scenes. I love it. Oh, good, darling. So I was manifesting CSP this weekend, but then my friend invited me to hang out at a place I've never been before, and now I don't know what to do. Well, why is this weekend a problem? Maybe you'll see your SP another weekend. Why are you so worried about the date? Go and hang out with your friend. Guys, a lot of you are trying to manifest on deadline. Oh, this weekend I'm going to see him. That's the how. I don't tell you to manifest the how. That's fucking ridiculous. If you and your SP were married in a year, would you give a shit about what you did this weekend with them or with your friend? You wouldn't. You'd be married. Go to the end, please. You're worrying about the how too much. I had to immediately excuse myself from dinner and run to ladies' room to scream, oh, my God, it works. Oh, did you, Alma? About the diamond. Love that. Yes, some people don't want them back. Hi, I've been using similar self-concept affirmations for almost a year, enough, love, chose, etc. Since mid-January, when I say them, I've started to cry a lot when I say them. Any idea why this is happening now? Because it's probably really starting to affect you and your mind's letting it in. The floodgates have opened in your mind, little gates open, and it's letting it in, and now your subconscious is going, I don't want to hear this. I've been not thinking this my whole life. This is making me emotional. Oh. When I was recording the I Am Chosen sleep tape, I was still crying. I started crying at the end of it. You can hear me crying. I've been saying those affirmations for a year and probably 3 months, year and 5 months probably. When they're the right ones, they'll affect you. During the woman times of the month, I feel down about SP and work, but I keep affirming, but I still feel down. Can I affirm that I won't get emotional during those times? My period never affects me. I remember when I used to get so fucking moody. I remember when I used to get so down and negative and depressed during my period. I'm not like that anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. One of my scenes is my SP giving me a specific necklace, a rep of the one he has. He posted his jewelry yesterday, so I got to see the necklace up close and make it even more vivid, saying, oh, wonderful, darling, love that. How do I believe I'm chosen? I've been affirming, but I want to get the feeling too. Guys, you have no choice in the matter whether you feel it or believe it, okay? It's just something your mind decides to do. Your subconscious generates feelings. Your subconscious decides it's a belief one day in your mind. You have no control over that, so don't even try. Just say it a lot dominantly. Believe it as much as you possibly can, but you can't force belief, though, or feelings. How come I feel uglier when I look in the mirror, even after saying affirmations? Because you're looking for proof that it's changing. Stop looking in the mirror then, darling. You're looking for validation. Am I looking any prettier? Oh, no, I still don't. Oh, look at me. Look at this wrong with me, and this wrong with me, and this wrong with me. Avoid mirrors, darling, while you're affirming for your beauty. Hi, Loz. I'm confused about scripting. Do you write a diary entry as if you were in the end, or do you write affirmations like lines? Thank you for all you do. So glad I found you. Oh, wonderful, darling. Anything you like, guys, but from the end is best. We had the most blissful honeymoon. We just got back from Bora Bora. I'm so suntanned. We had the best time. We spent most of it in bed, blah, 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 looking out at the sunset. Oh, my God, it was glorious, as if it's already happened. Or we can write new versions of them, or a line that they said to you, or something they said to you, anything you like, guys, that would give you the state of the wish fulfilled. I've been affirming like crazy for months, but it seems all opposites are manifesting. Lost my car, rejected from job, and no contact from SP. Can this be old story playing out? I still keep pushing through. Guys, look, I was saying to someone the other day that my reality last year, even though affirming, it looked like my reality was burning down around me. And I was doing this account. Now I understand every single thing and why it happened. I'm like, oh, that's why that happened. That's why that happened. That's why that happened. And at the time, I didn't want to believe that because I wanted what I wanted. Now I don't want it anymore. I'm seeing why my reality looked like a shit show for about 9 months last year. Sometimes it's the bridge of incidents, and the bridge can look like shit. Just give it that meaning, darling. How to get rid of third party. Stop focusing on the bitch, darling. Okay, go and do my banish the third party sleep affirmation tape every night and use the affirmations in that, and don't focus on them. Thank you. I haven't seen what she was talking about. Oh, what's this? Loz, I've been listening to your 8-hour sleep affirmations, banish third party, and I am priority. My SP is on me like white on rice and sees me every day. Thank you, girl. This really works. Oh, Desmond, like white on rice. Ooh, wonderful. I keep forgetting to do that. Now we aren't together, but he said back in November that if we go to college, we get married for sure. So even though we aren't together, he sees me as wife and material, but we aren't together. Okay, so stop seeing not being at college together as the problem. You're seeing the distance and the college as the problem. So stop seeing it as a problem and see you and him together in your mind, darling. Why do you say that? Go to the mirror and say your affirmations. Yes. I realize that in all my relationships, I've been cheated on. Well, you've probably got some trust issues, darling, where you feel not good enough because when you're a child, someone cheated in your reality or made you feel not good enough, or you were actually abused or something. So you've either got trust issues or deeply feeling not good enough, one of the two, and you compare yourself to others. It's one of those. I'm listening to your I'm Chosen video at night and affirming mostly for self-concept, but I'm really missing SP this evening. He's a friend, but he started an overnight job 2 weeks ago, so he's been MIA. Well, don't worry about him being MIA, darling. Just say he's constantly seeing me despite his job. His job hasn't affected the amount of times we talk. Just start saying that, because you're seeing the job as the reason why you're not going to speak and an obstacle. Can birds fall land be other guys calling you attractive before your SP comes back? That's exactly what it is. Other people other than your SP. My SP even got rid of the third party and is into me. Oh, Desmond, great. Well, that banished third party tape really worked. So I was manifesting CSP this weekend, but then my friend invited me to hang out. I saw that one, so don't worry about it. You're seeing the end. You're not looking at the end. You're looking at the how, and I don't know why. I never tell people to manifest in steps and manifest the how unless you absolutely have to, because you're so unable to see the end. I just feel more insecure for some reason. I say affirmations like I'm wanted, I'm attractive, and then when I look in the mirror, I'm like, oh, because you're looking for validation, you're looking for changes. Guys, you're not meant to be looking at the 3D for validation that it's working. It's like looking at the 3D for your SP and you've been affirming for a few weeks. Now, where is he? That's the same as looking in the mirror. Stop that. Hey, Loz, how do I affirm for this? I have this thing where I get scared to ask my parents for me. Mostly as a kid, I was told we can't afford it, part 2. It's been translating in my biz and understand why I'm not hitting my sales goals. I get scared when people pay me. I'm also very hyper over independent. It's showing in 3D with delayed payments. People always pay me on time. I'm more than good enough. My business is booming. People love my business. They pay me twice as much as I'm even owed. Like a feeling not good enough feeling correlates in your business. Okay, you're undercharged. People won't pay you on time. You'll have a fear that money won't come in. You'll fear that money will disappear when it comes in. You'll fear that clients will leave because you feel essentially not good enough in yourself. So if your parents gave you fearful thoughts about money, it's also correlates to, well, money won't stay because I'm not enough. Money will leave me because I do things wrong, right? What is your core deep self-concept shit, because that's attached to the money. And then write down all your money beliefs that your parents gave you and throw all those away and turn them into the opposite affirmation. Who sent me $9.99? Oh, thanks, Miriam, darling. How are you? Loz, I need you to yell at me to persist. Lol. By the way, thank you for being amazing. Love you. Oh, what's happened, Miriam? With this new SP you're talking about? What's happened, darling? Tell me. Darling, you manifested them into your reality. Don't fuck this up. Is this who I'm talking to? I'm talking to Miriam, I know, aren't I? Right? So whatever you did to create them in your reality, persist in that new thinking and persist in your subconcept, please. Darling, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Don't throw away all the work we did together and you're just going to chuck it. Why are you doing that? If you don't persist, you'll lose it. It's like going to the gym. You want to lose your chunky ass, your juicy ass that you've generated in the gym with all your squats. That's what persisting is. If you just give up and start eating McDonald's and not going to the gym, all your ass will disappear. You want your ass to disappear, Miriam? Stop persisting. Okay. Hang on. Where was I? You've literally changed my mind, my confidence, my life. I want to fly to Australia to have a coffee with you. I feel like you're my best girlfriend. Oh, Joanne, lovely. Oh, I would love that. I would love to travel soon. Love to get out of Perth. Hello, Dylan. Hi, Christy. Ran into a guy I used to hook up with. Haven't seen him in 5 years. He was all smiling and wanted to chat. He looked at me like I was a snack. Birds for land, SP's just around the corner. Oh, that's a great affirmation. All the men I want look at me like I'm a snack. They want to eat me. That's great. I manifested spending 2 to 5 hours a day with my SP, and now I'm realizing he's not everything I want and deserve. Oh, he's available. Either change him to everything you want and deserve or get a new one, darling. Manifest a new one. We mentioned that sometimes we cannot change the old story. How can we manifest to move on, forgive ourselves? Also, how do we find the reason we are born special? Like, how do we find our purpose? Okay, so not being able to get rid of the old story. I mean, you can, but if it's so dominant and prevalent in your mind and you can't move on from it, sometimes you have to move on because you have not been able to drop that old story. You are still living the life of the old man. You are still seeing your SP as the old man, and you haven't been able to see the new version. Okay? So you forgive yourselves for not being able to do it, and you move on, and you say sorry to yourself, go and ho'oponopono that shit. When you're born special, you've got to think, why was I born like this? What can I give the world that I could show the world, that I could reveal to the world that will help them or give me purpose or make me feel good? Okay? Go to bed every night asking your mind, say, listen, subconscious, I'd like to know what's my purpose in life. You tell me, you give me a dream, or you give me a sign, or you tell me something tomorrow, or you let me wake up with some ideas in my head. Every night ask it. Like Napoleon Hill did when he wanted the title for Think and Grow Rich. He literally yelled at his subconscious. Now you listen to me, subconscious. I need $1 million title and I need it now. And he was yelling at his subconscious. In the middle of the night, the title came to him. Guys, your subconscious knows all the answers. It is God in you. Ask it why you're born like that, darling. Why am I so special? Why am I so special? Turn that into an affirmation. Why am I so special? God, I'm special. Why am I? Use that why affirmation and the answer will come to you. Movement from SP this week. Keep up with self-concept and the old patterns don't emerge. Wonderful, darling. Hello? Let's go. Hi, Amber. I manifested a friend retiring from work and another resuming playing soccer. That's great, darling. I'm grade A, world's finest. Oh, I love that, Rena. I listen to you every day. Oh, dear, Chloe, thank you. Woke up at 2, worried about work, affirmed hard, went back to sleep, affirmed hard all morning that it'll be resolved exactly as I wanted. And, of course, turned out exactly how I said. Oh, exactly how you wanted. Oh, wonderful, darling. Who's this? Oh, Tanya, thank you. Just want to say thank you, Loz, for doing what you do for us. We love you. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, thank you so much. Do you have a question? Thank you for the super chat. You're right. I guess he was a little insecure too because he would feel some type of way when he see guys on my phone back when I felt I could do the same in return, but I'm growing and learning now. Okay, so just get rid of that insecurity in you and don't see him like that anymore either. Funny story. After a rough weekend, I manifested like a mad woman, did all the because I said so affirmations. Tonight, SP sent a pic of a vodka bottle, the name of it on my first name and his surname. Oh, really? That's so cute. Oh, lovely, darling. Loz, are you saying you're okay with your SP being best friends with someone they had sexual relationships with and love in the past? Yes. Don't you think it's disrespectful? No. I am best friends with my ex in England. Like, we had sex for 6 years. It's not disrespectful. We're friends. He's part of my life. I'm not dismissing a person who was part of my life. My mum and dad were married for 26 years. When my dad rings my mum and they're divorced, he's the only person who can get a smile out of my mum. My mum doesn't react to me. When I go visit my mum, I get no reaction. The only thing that she reacts to is my dad and the dog. If my dad, when he was with other girlfriends, if they said, I don't want your wife around, he'd be like, see ya, bitch. I was married to her for 26 years. We have 2 children together. Are you feeling all right? What the fuck's wrong with you? Well, Moonchild, you've got some fucking issues there if you're going to disagree with me that it's disrespectful to be friends with, like, your baby mama or your ex-husband or your ex. That's ridiculous, darling. That's a reflection of you feeling like other people are competition to you, that other people are a threat to you, that you're not enough, that you need to separate your person. You need to put him in a silo. I'm so scared I'm going to lose you. You need to spend time with only me and just me because I'm so scared you're going to want other people and want to fuck that person you used to fuck. That's about you, darling. That's some fucking massive insecurity you really need to fix. Massive. And you will lose a person because of that, because you'll be a triggered bitch and they'll think, my God, why are you so insecure? What's wrong with you? That's how you fuck children up. When 2 parents who've got children can't be friends and can't be cordial to the children, you royally fuck up your children. You know the amount of friends I have whose parents did not talk when we were teenagers and hated each other's guts, and those children as adults still blame their parents for everything and all their problems because their parents couldn't be mature enough to go, I was in love with you once, we can still be friends. You want to fuck up your kids, keep doing that, darling, one day. Just want to thank you for yelling at me. It wasn't that bad. Last week on a live, I was determined to be a success story, sick of myself and changing it. I'm running shit now. Oh, wonderful, Kelly. All right. Well, don't yell at me, but I thought of giving up on SP, but I keep reminding myself of my manifestation of us being happy. Guys, look, if you want to give up on them, do, but only because you fucking don't love them anymore. Sent my song to the producer today. It takes a couple of months to find out if the artist will release them. Living in the end, it's done. Oh, don't worry about when it happens, darling. It's done. Wonderful, Jasmine. Everyone, Jasmine's got her song out on Spotify. It's in the Facebook group. Hi, Loz. I'm in Spain. Oh, hola. My SP keeps liking my pics on Instagram instantly. I keep laughing. He likes it within seconds. Oh, wonderful, darling. I've been getting you inspire me, affirm back to me. Super cool. Also, I'm telling myself there's always movement, even when I've literally just let go of the worry of SP. I'll persist. Oh, wonderful, darling. How do I believe I'm chosen? I've been affirming it, but I want to get the feeling too. Guys, you can't force yourself to believe it. I've already answered that. Hey, Loz, check your DMs. I sent you a message about PA and bookkeeper. Oh, really? Oh, wonderful, Davina. Thank you. What, in Perth? I do need a bookkeeper, actually. Loz, I'm a graphic designer, and I was thinking of making some self-concept phone wallpapers. Would you be okay if posted one in the Facebook group? Oh, yes, do, darling. At the beginning of each month, I thought it would be fun exercise and wanted to share. That's great, Sarah. I was going to do that in the paid Facebook group, but yes, absolutely. Put it in the free one. That'd be wonderful. They're great for everyone. What a great idea. Love that. Thank you for replying. Oh, who's this CA 699? Oh, Nikki. My SP said he can't be long distance relationship and I can't tell if he likes me because he gives mixed signals. How do I affirm for change? Okay, so for someone in a long distance relationship to say to you, I can't be long distance, that's a reflection of your thought that you once had that you thought the long distance would be a problem. Now, you might not be realizing you thought this, but you probably thought things like, he needs sex, and because he needs sex, I'm not there, and so he's not going to want this relationship because he's a sexual person. Or other girls are around him, and he's more interested in them than me, and because I'm not there, they're going to turn his head, and he's going to be looking at them instead of me because I'm not physically there. Or this is too hard, and our schedules are different, we're on different time zones, different countries, whatever your belief is about the long distance. I know so many people, and I know a lot of gay couples actually, who had really long distance relationships for years before they could move to each other's countries, and it was never a problem. So when they reflect that to you, that's your assumption. You didn't even realize you had that it would be a problem. That's why he said it. Then you've got to believe that he doesn't like you enough and giving you mixed signals because you actually don't believe deep down that he loves you. That's why you're saying, he's saying, I don't think this is going to work. Long distance is going to work because your assumption is, I don't think he likes me. I can't tell if he does. Well, that's your dominant assumption. He doesn't like me. You've got to assume he likes you. You've got to assume more than like. You've got to assume, no, this guy loves me. He can't be without me. It doesn't matter the distance. He needs me. I'm his rock. I'm his soft place to land. He loves talking to me every day. I'm his person. But you've got a dominant assumption that you're not loved by him because you probably don't feel lovable or enough. And so you've got to fix that. That's self-concept, darling. That's reflecting to him. And then he's not going to choose you because you don't feel chosen enough and wanted and loved. And so he won't love you if you feel unloved. And then he'll say things like that as a reflection of your feeling not lovable enough. Got it? So you've really got to work on your I am chosen and I am loved. Go and do my I am loved sleep tape and the I am chosen sleep tape alternately each night and use those affirmations, darling, in my YouTube, okay? In the sleep tape affirmation playlist. Hang on. Dion! Hey, Loz, last year I found a friend of 30 years called me. We never fell out as a manifesting test. I affirm, name constantly thinks of me and calls me, but didn't happen. I don't know why. How to fix this? We never fell out, but didn't happen. Also, I've been doing self-concept affirmations 3 weeks, although I haven't affirmed for my friend to contact me. So you want them to contact you, and they did last year, but it didn't happen. Well, guys, just give it time. Sometimes you're kind of thinking, oh, why hasn't it turned up yet? Well, it's delayed, okay? Or you might have a dominant assumption that they're still upset with you or haven't forgiven you or something. Or that they don't want to talk to you. Or don't care about you. Maybe it's not the falling out. She said they were not falling out, but what's the assumptions you got there about them? Write it down. What do I think about this guy? What do I think this person thinks of me? Write it down. You'll see what the assumptions are. So I have a friend who I realized before I watched you that she is a narc. I realized I don't actually like her, but she is in our friend group, and sometimes I suck up to her even till now when I'm working. Well, stop saying they're a narc, darling. Or even when I'm working on my self-concept, is this still not good enough? She even intimidates me still. She lives where I'm working to and makes me feel anxious even though it's 2 years away. 2 years away. What does that mean? Look, if you've got a friend you think is narcissistic, start changing them in your mind. They don't talk about themselves anymore. I don't need to impress them anymore. They are so kind to me. They only say kind things to me. They don't make me feel anxious like they used to. I used to feel nervous around that girl. I used to feel like I needed to impress her. I don't have to do that anymore. In fact, she's trying to impress me. Say that about her, darling. Just decide they aren't friends with the exes. You can do that, guys, but then I've asked you, why are you so insecure about them being friends with exes? That's about you, and I wouldn't be manifesting people out of your reality just because you're an insecure bitch. Do you know how that makes you look? If you say to your SP, you can't be friends with the ex, that's about you, guys, and it's a deep reflection of your core insecure thinking, your core self-concept. And that ex later on might turn around and say, you can't tell me what to do. It's like getting together with someone and telling them they can't play soccer anymore and soccer's their passion or this or that. Imagine if you did that to someone and soccer was your passion. They said, I don't want you to do that one thing that you like. And you'd be like, but that's me. That's my past. You're telling me not to have my past? What a weird thing to say. You don't trust me. What do you think I'm going to do with that person? Why can I be friends with my friends but not friends with my exes? What, you think I'm going to go stick my dick in that ex but not my friends? Well, that's about your trust issue. It's got nothing to do with your SP. Your deep core trust issues and not trusting them with their exes is about you. And you'll literally manifest them going off and fucking their exes with that shitty thinking. So watch your life burn down when you start telling them they can't be friends with their exes. They'll literally end up fucking their exes because you've got a dominant assumption the ex is a threat. Watch and learn. Not to scare you, but that's what happens. SP cancelled wedding plans. Didn't know about manifesting, but I didn't panic. Lol. I know we love each other and we'll end up together. Is it okay to manifest for an apology? Will do my part. Okay. So what you need to do before manifesting for an apology is figure out why the fuck you feel like you need an apology, because you're not owning up to the fact that you caused it. Okay, so if you want an apology from them for cancelling, are you understanding that you caused the cancelling? You haven't done that yet. So you might think you understand manifesting, but you're not understanding that I am the only cause of my reality. That's all manifesting is. You make manifest with your dominant subconscious thought what happens out here. So the cancellation was made in your mind before it was made in the 3D. So you had some fearful, insecure thoughts about your partner that caused them to cancel the wedding on you, and now you want an apology from them for something you caused. What were you thinking months prior, days prior, years prior to your cancellation of your wedding that made them cancel the wedding? Things like, they don't love me, they don't want to be committed, they want to play the field, this is happening too soon, there's that other girl that's a threat, their family don't like me, maybe they're not in love with me anymore, blah, fucking blah. What were you thinking that caused the breakup and the cancellation of the cancellation of the wedding? What were you thinking? Because don't expect an apology from them, because what do you need an apology for? You caused it with your dominant thought. figure out what the dominant thoughts were that caused the cancellation, then you won't need the forgiveness. Sorry, you just forgive yourself and you won't need the apology. But if you haven't forgiven them for them cancelling the wedding, what's the point of you getting married and saying I do when you're holding on to resentment to them? Guys, when you get an apology from someone, you still haven't forgiven them. An apology doesn't really do much. You have to forgive them for what they did that you caused. An apology doesn't stop you holding resentment, doesn't stop you not forgiving them. So you will end up probably divorced later down the track because you haven't forgiven them for cancelling the wedding. And one day you'll get in a fight and you cancelled the wedding on me and you hurt me and all I got was that shitty apology and those flowers and blah, 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 blah. And they'll be like, bitch, see ya. And then you'll have at the end of a marriage. You've got to own up to, guys, if you're watching my channel and you understand how manifesting works, that you are the only cause of your reality. So how did you cause the cancellation of your wedding? Own that, and then you won't need an apology. Apologize to yourself for doing it to yourself. Hang on, guys. Where was I? On my self-concept, is this not good enough? She even into I saw that one. Loz, my son has huge student loan debt and he believes it is ruining his life. If I affirm his debt to disappear, will his strong negativity about his debt counteract my positive affirming? No, darling, you just decide for him. You can manifest for other people. Just decide for him that it's all gone, that he's not stressed anymore, that he's debt-free. Don't worry about it. He can only reflect your thinking in your reality. Don't worry about what he's thinking. I'm bussing because Nicki Minaj says so. That's great. Tips on if you've been affirming you get with SP in February 2022 for about a month, but now I'm having trouble trying to keep the faith that everything's working out for me. What's that about? I'm confused by that. Lois, have you ever dealt with like an identity or life crisis is learning we create everything? How have your views and morals changed? Do you struggle with feeling fulfillment, purpose, etc.? No, if anything, I've got more purpose. I feel more fulfilled every day. I wake up getting out of bed, raring to go to do this, except this morning when I didn't have much energy. Right? Most days I have more purpose than anything now because I realize I create my reality. So why would it give you less purpose? It should give you all the purpose in the world. Well, fuck, I can create my reality now. Oh, well, great. I better get out of bed, create that fucking reality. Or lie in bed and create it in my mind, then get out of bed. Dang, I thought I did a super chat. Oh, you did do a super chat, Winnie. When a guy doesn't respond to me quickly through DMs or text, I start to worry that they're uninterested. How do I give it good meaning? So investigate where that's coming from, darling. So when you were a child, were you ignored or neglected, or were you abandoned or rejected in some way? That's why you might start freaking out. Oh my God, they're disappearing because you were abandoned by your dad or something. Okay, so assess where that's coming from, but also start saying, of course they call me. They need to hear my voice. Of course they text me. They text me every day. People are always so quick to text me back. And if they don't, I don't worry because I know they're going to text me. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Loz. I've started pretending he's holding on to me at night. I can remember what it felt like so well, and it feels real, and I swear I can hear his voice telling me it's okay at night. That's lovely, Sarah. Guys, Lifestyle Manifesting, I Am the Prize meditation has some great subconcept affirmations. Oh, Lifestyle Manifesting, you mean Shannon? Yes, love her. 2 days ago, I called SP. I affirmed while calling him he's going to answer because the last time he didn't answer, he answered while working out. Although he didn't talk for long, my manifestation worked. Wonderful, darling. Look, guys, they can be working out and doing things. You never know what the reason is that someone isn't calling you back. Don't give it bad meaning. Love you, Loz. Can you do a video on how law of assumption doesn't have to be complicated? I feel like we all overcomplicated it. All coaches talk about is techniques, but can we go back to the basics? The basics are I am that. What do you think you am? That's it. That's manifesting. What do you think you are all day? That's why I talk about self-concept. What you think of you, other people and situations is what manifests. It's that simple. There's the video, but I'll do one. Yes. I really learned through self-concept how much I doubt my power I have. I literally end up saying out loud to stop, I'm special. Wonderful. Go and do my step into your power every morning. I get what I want morning meditation. Wake up to what you want morning meditation on my YouTube every morning, guys, if you're doubting your power. It really helps you step into it. It's still going to make you happy. What's this, Bambi? I saw that one, Whitney. Thank you. Also, for some reason, whenever you say I'm a queen, I'm a mermaid, I crack up every time. I'm not crazy. This is done. I already have it. I need to stop looking for how far I've come from my affirmations. It's only been 2 weeks. I'm patient. Guys, 2 weeks is nothing. Loz, do you recommend therapy? Not even for manifestation. Only schema therapy, darling. Cognitive behavioral therapy isn't deep enough. But you can do it if you want. But sitting there and rehashing your childhood and then sitting in it and dwelling in it isn't the greatest thing in the world. You want to discover what your problems are, but you don't want to sit there dwelling on it every week. Who the fudge wants to be a mermaid? I love my legs. No thanks. Make me snort. Oh, Star Moon, what are you saying? Loz, are you going to have special stickers for your YouTube channel too? Oh, can I do that? I need to figure out how to do it. How do I do special stickers? You have to tell me. I have to look it up. Special stickers. All right, special stickers. Add to to-do list. Look, I have to-do list up here. I'll put special stickers. I'll look it up, darling. I'm sure there's info on YouTube. What's this? I often see questions about third party. Is there another approach that isn't just about getting rid of a third party, but moving to a state where they never existed? I wouldn't want SP back if the third party became involved. You want to step to the state where they don't exist. You and your specific person together means that fucker doesn't exist. That's all I want you guys to do. I don't want you to affirm them away. I don't want you to think of affirmations about them. I don't want you to imagine them with someone else. I don't want you to imagine the bitch at all. That's what I want you to do. Move to a state where you and your SP are together. The bitch isn't sitting on the end of the bed watching you have sex. She's gone. The bitch is out of there. See you, bitch. That's what I want you to do. Go and revise she ever existed if you really have to. My issues aren't deeply rooted from childhood. My bad thoughts came from bad relationships in young adulthood, like 10 years. No, wrong. Like 10 years. I've been working on self-concept for some time. How can I manifest contact from SP? No, strong like Sarah. How did you get in those relationships? Guys, some of you are really clueless about this. I ask you, if you got in bad relationships in young adulthood, it was because of your beliefs about yourself as a child that caused you to get into that relationship or caused that relationship to sour because of your core beliefs. Sorry, it's not the relationship. That's you blaming the other person and thinking someone outside of you, like your spouse or your relationship at the time, caused you to now have bad assumptions about relationships. It's not the relationship. It was always you. That person in the relationship with you simply reflected your core beliefs about yourself from childhood. That's why the relationship went the way it did. Are you listening to a fucking word I say? Go and watch all my videos again, because you're hella lost if you're blaming the other person that you had relationships with in young adulthood. It has fucking nothing to do with that. You can affirm away all those relationships, but that's still you blaming the other person for your problems and not understanding that they were simply reflecting your core beliefs about yourself, like I'm not good enough, I can't trust you, etc., 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 that came from childhood. Sorry, guys, it's all childhood. You're not special. Oh, other people, everyone else in the world, it's their core childhood issues, like every psychologist in the world tells you, but I'm different. No, you're not different. So what happened in those bad relationships in young adulthood, darling? And I'll tell you exactly what happened in your childhood that caused those relationships to go bad in young adulthood. Tell me what they were, strong like Sarah. That sounds like a whole lot of I'm not owning up to my issues talk. Why would it ever take a year? I don't care if I'm 100. If you believe the law, there's no limits. Yes, guys, I know it doesn't take a year for everything, but sometimes if you've got some old shitty things, some things might take a fucking year. Sorry, guys, some of you think this is magic. Some people have been wanting to be famous and been manifesting fame their whole lives, like Jeffrey Rush, and they didn't become famous till they're in their late 40s. That took a while. Right? I know we can say we're limitless beings, but some of you aren't getting that unless you've fully ensconced yourself and saturated yourself in the new state and you fully believed it, sometimes these things take a while. Even Neville himself couldn't manifest himself out of the army within a day. It took him a month of saturating his mind that he was out of the army. Why are you guys so obsessed with the time and thinking, oh, if it's taken a year, I've done it wrong? You haven't done it wrong. It just took a little more time. Time is irrelevant, guys. All of you are looking at it as this entity that's real. It's not real. It's a man-made entity. But I'm not saying everything takes ages, but sometimes it does. You've got to accept that. Otherwise, go and listen to a lot of bitches telling you to do it in 7-10 seconds. Wanted others to hear, I don't know if that's what you're saying. Wanted to hear the explanation if they work on their self-concept. Oh, you want to know if those people worked on their self-concepts? I don't understand that. Leave your puppy alone, lol, love it. My Boston Terrier does the same thing. I pretend it's my ESP snoring. Oh, that's great. Oh, she's stopped now. Say you're already together and remove the same thing. Once you don't focus on time, you'll feel better. Yes. I've seen major movement in self-concept when talking to a new guy. Oh, God damn it, just jumped. Anna, you retracted your message, but you gave me $1.99. Where's your message? Hang on, Sarah M. I didn't see the super chat. SP has a friend who is always telling SP to cut ties with me. I know SP won't listen, but I still sometimes get worried. How would you handle this? He's not influenced by anybody else. He loves me so much, he doesn't care what anyone says. Everyone supports our union. Everyone loves us together. Even that friend who didn't like me loves me now. Say that to him. Stop focusing on outside forces forcing you away from him, okay, or forcing him away from you. Start thinking, why am I thinking that people wouldn't like me? Where's that coming from inside me, in my self-concept, that I feel I'm unliked by some people? Is that me feeling not good enough? Is that me feeling not chosen? Is that me feeling like I do something wrong? Is that me feeling like people want to approve of me? Where am I getting that from? Assess that. That's about you. Lena sent me $1.99. What's your question, darling? Oh, you just sent me some love hearts. Oh, thank you, darling. I'm not seeing the super chat thing at the very top anymore. I'm just seeing it as I scroll down. This is weird. I've seen it before. Hang on, guys. Where was I? God damn it, hell. Please scream at us to persist. If you keep affirming your self-concept, you keep affirming your self-concept until you die. Take the man off the pedestal. The problem is we treat them as the prize because some of us are conditioned to notice. Yes, conditioned to. I notice the women in the spiritual community are way too empathetic and lovey-dovey with men. Stop it. You are the prize. Look, guys, you can be loving all you like, but you've still got to think you're the prize. I'm in relationships. I'm very loving and warm now. I never used to be. I mean, I was, but I was more, I would keep my feelings to myself. I would not be vulnerable. I have the dominant assumption now that I can be lovey-dovey, I can call you babe, and I can be sweet and loving to you, but it's not going to make me any less on the pedestal. It's your belief about it, right? You can be the prize, but you don't have to be a bitch. I read Why Men Love Bitches, and I used to do all that stuff, right? And it worked for a while until my insecurities kicked in. If you believe you can't be lovey-dovey, that's an assumption. Okay. But yes, you're the prize, absolutely. I don't care much about my SP's ex-wife at all. She couldn't love him romantically, so they're good friends, which is totally fine. It's different if you have kids involved, then obviously you have to keep in contact. But if there isn't any kids, then no, sorry, I don't agree they can be friends. It's a subjective feeling, I think, not insecurity. Moonchild, you're clueless about your own insecurities then, darling. And one day, sorry to tell you, but that's going to blow up in your face. You're not understanding this. Your dominant assumption is that person is a threat. This is what you're not identifying. So one day, the person you're with, just so you know, because you'll manifest this, and I don't mean to scare you, they will cheat on you with someone else because you've got a dominant fear running in your mind that this person can't be with my person because I'm scared they'll steal my person. I'm scared they won't love me if this person's around. This person will influence them or turn their head or something. And I swear to you, come back to us in a couple of years when your person that you're with now or the new person cheats on you because you've got a dominant assumption that other people are a threat from childhood when you were abused or you had cheating in your household or you couldn't trust people in your household or you feel not good enough and you were compared with other girls and something happened to you in childhood which is causing this. And Moonchild, I'm telling you right now, I'm not being to scare you. That is going to happen to you because you're literally going to manifest that with your fear of the exes. Come back to us when that's happened, unless you change it in the meantime. I'm trying to teach you that you are the only cause of your reality. If you think that person's a threat, they will be a threat, or another person will be a threat, and you will cause cheating in your relationship. You can have that belief all you like, but what you're going to manifest is a bad outcome based on your fear of others, based on your comparison to yourself and others. That other girls are a threat to you and you must keep them out of their person's reality. When you were a child, did your dad cheat on your mum? When you were a child, were you abused? When you were a child, were you compared to other girls? It's probably one of those three things. Which is it? Tell me. Because you're not identifying it and you're not owning up to your own shit and it will backfire spectacularly in your face. I don't mean to scare you. And you probably don't want to listen to me anymore because you're probably thinking, oh my God, she's so wrong. I even love you. You got to love that, telling each other. Please hear me. Okay, hang on. Should I feel okay with my SP following a lot of girls? Who gives a shit? They're just girls. Guys, this is another thing. If you're threatened by them looking at bitches online with the tits out, they're girls online. But that's you manifesting that. And what you'll find one day is they're in the DMs talking to those fucking chicks because you're going to manifest it with your fear of those girls. This is what you girls aren't understanding. It was one of the biggest problems in our relationship because I felt disrespected to see that his and his friends sending him photos of girls. Guys, my old SP used to show me the WhatsApp between him and his boys. There was porn in there and I used to find it funny because I wasn't threatened by some chicks on the internet. If you girls are feeling disrespected, two of you in here, I ask you, have you listened to a word I say about working on your self-concept of not feeling good enough and not seeing others as a threat in your reality? Something happened to you and Miranda and Moonchild in your childhood that makes you think that you are not enough and other girls can come along and steal your person even just with pictures. You know how fucked up that is? You know how many pictures guys can see? If that's what you're seeing in front of your eyeballs, imagine how many pictures he sees behind your back. There's tits everywhere. And you guys are going to be thrown by some tits on the internet? Grow up. Understand that that is about you and your self-concept issue of feeling like other girls are a threat, feeling like you're not enough, feeling like your person is going to be stolen away from you because when you were a child, you were abused or abandoned or made to feel not good enough, or you had cheating in your reality and you've not owned up to that fact and you're being deeply insecure and you will literally manifest, and I'm sorry to say this, girls, but you will manifest them talking to chicks in their DMs or cheating on you with this fucking thinking. You're not getting it. How do you think people end up with cheaters? Because they've got the dominant assumption that they're not enough and the person's going to cheat and the person cheats. You girls can go and sit and have a DM and complain about your men talking to other chicks, and then one day in your DM, you'll both discover they're both cheating on you, and you'll be like, oh my God, Loz was right, that my thinking creates my reality. Why was I thinking other girls are a threat? Fuck, I really shouldn't have been thinking that because I've made that manifest. I am spoiled. I'm always receiving money and gifts. People love spoiling me. Oh, that's great. Sometimes I catch myself doubting my manifestations. It's such a mind fuck to retrain your brain to accept good things happening to you. Guys, if you've had a negative lifestyle your whole life and negative parents, it is a mind fuck to start thinking good things happen to me, good things happen to me. It really is. Hey, need lots of love. But brother is basically brain dead. His wife, who was stealing from him, just projected on me. And now that I write this, I completely shifted. So never mind, I'm going to listen. Sometimes, guys, as you write the question, you might be realizing what your thinking is. Is that what just happened? So don't think she is doing whatever she's doing. She's not stealing from him. She's disappeared out of your reality, and your brother and you have got all the money you need and nothing has been taken away from him. Mm-hmm. Guys, I want to affirm for ginger hair. Well, say that you have it. I don't want to say it, but say I have such lovely blonde hair. Everyone loves my blonde hair, and put the word ginger in there. Call it my sugar daddy intentions. What's this? Loz, I was friends with this guy for a long time and now we're catching feelings for each other, but I'm not sure how to affirm for the new situation. He loves me. He's caught just feeling many feelings as me. He loves me as more than a friend. He's my man and I'm his girl. He loves to show me off as his girl. So that's it. It's honestly so crazy once you realize my shitty self-concept was literally being regurgitated back to me when my SP left me in the past. Now I truly know I hold all the power and I'm the prize. Hooray, darling, masterful. Right now, it's a little push and pull because it's hard to see him in a relationship context. Well, if you can't see him in a relationship, well, then how's he going to be in one, darling? You're creating that. Thanks so much. My self-concept's been so low for so long. I'm changing it day to day. I'll use any tips. Just change that, darling. Decide. Wake up tomorrow morning. Decide to live in the new year. Build on the beliefs you already have about yourself, as small as they may be. I'm a good person. I deserve good things. Everything works out for me. That's great. My SP said a girl called him a narcissist, and he asked me if I thought that about him. Well, don't think that about him, darling. Why would you think that about him? Stop saying they're a narc. Stop saying it's delayed. Stop saying there's a lag. Stop saying stuff. It's frustrating. All of it. Stop. Guys, look, whatever you dominantly assume will manifest. So if you think there's a time lag, you think they're a narcissist, you think they're this, that's what you're going to manifest. I'm not saying think there's a time lag, but I'm saying you have to accept sometimes that things do take time, that it comes at its own appointed hour. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying affirm there's a time lag, affirm everything takes a long time. I'm absolutely not saying that. Some people think I'm saying that when they watch my videos. They get hella fucking triggered. I'm limitless. I'm going to go listen to Kimberly because she says I'm limitless and you're saying it might take time. Yes, bitch, it's in the fucking Bible. Read it again. When talking to a new guy, I'll get through a thought and they'll stop replying / leave. Could that be why they leave? Yes, because you've got a thought that they're going to leave. How can I stop passing thoughts from manifesting? Okay, so if you've got a dominant thought that they're not going to reply or they're going to leave, you've either got a rejection fear or an abandonment fear. So either when you're a child, you made you feel not good enough, so you're assuming when they get to know you, when you say the wrong thing, or they see your picture, or they didn't like what you had to say, they'll reject you and disappear. Or you're actually abandoned as a child, someone left or died in your reality, and so you dominantly assume the people I love will leave. It's one of those two, which is it? To change that. No one would dare reject me. I don't get rejected anymore. I remember when people used to leave me on red. God, people contact me straight away now. They constantly contact me. I leave them on red. No one would dare leave me. I'm too important to lose. I'm too special to lose because I am enough and gorgeous, and everything I say is wonderful, and every text I send is a masterpiece. I think that good enough stuff, darling, okay? That's where you're getting it from. Just assess which one of those it is, rejection or abandonment. Don't manifest apologies. Manifest being the one and only option, and no one compares to you. No victimhood stories. Yes, guys. If you need an apology, you're putting yourself in the victimhood state. I am a victim of you, and I need you to apologize for what you did to me. I'm a victim of my circumstances. You understand? That's a very good point, darling. When you are seeking an apology, you are in victim status because someone did something to you, and you're not identifying that you did it to yourself. We need a good scream. I haven't had enough coffee for a good scream, guys. So with my friend, I should start seeing them differently, but also not hang out with them as much because I don't want to. I'm affirming people treat me differently because I used to get bullied as a kid. You don't have to stop hanging out with them, guys, but you see them differently whilst hanging out with them. Or stop hanging out with them for a while until you get on that self-concept and see the new version of them, and then hang out with them again. If you want to be treated badly by someone, keep assuming they're a narcissist. They'll prove you right. Yep. Absolutely. Been manifesting SP for a year, and then he said he didn't see me romantically. Hard for me to ignore what he actually said. Why is what he said bothering me more than anything he ever did? Guys, look, if you've got friend zoned by them, that's a deep core issue of not feeling good enough, okay? Not feeling like you're enough to be the girlfriend, putting them on a pedestal. Have you put them on a pedestal? If you're manifesting SP for a year, well, you certainly don't do what the fuck I teach you to do. I don't tell anyone to manifest their SP. I tell you to change your self-concept, and your SP will reflect your new self-concept. You have not been doing what I say. If you watch my videos in your whole life, sweet nothing's ASMR, you clearly fucking haven't, because I don't tell anyone to manifest their SP. When you're manifesting your SP, guys, I don't want you to focus on them at all. I just want you to focus on the old story, you and them. If the old story is they only see me as a friend, we'll change that story to they're so romantic with me. But don't be manifesting them all fucking day. If you think someone's cocky, what's that saying about your projection? Do you think they're better than you? They're up on a pedestal, they're arrogant, all assumptions like that. I'm below you, I'm not enough for you, you think you're better than me, I'm not enough. Since I started to be more focused on my self-concept, my SP is almost silent with me. He never was like that before. I tried to give a good meaning, but anxiety sometimes hits me hard. Some tips. Did you have a dominant assumption that when you weren't putting him on a pedestal, doing things to him, calling him all the time, that he wouldn't like it? Some of you have that assumption. You don't realize you've got it. When I change, they won't like it. When I'm not giving to them, when I'm not people-pleasing anymore, when I'm not over-giving, they won't like it. And then they don't. When I don't call them, they won't contact me. And then they don't. What assumptions have you got there, darling? So for the long distance thing, is it okay to affirm that long distance isn't a problem? That's absolutely what you should be affirming about long distance. It isn't a problem. Why is it a problem, guys? Are you telling me that people separated by World War III when it was going on, World War III, affirm that, World War II when it was going on from 1939 to 1945 for 5 years of people's lives, and they were married. You're telling me that while their husband was up at war, battling on the Battle of the Somme, that the wife back in England or the wife back in Australia was going, oh, well, I give up. I give up on this relationship. I guess this long distance during war is just going to cause our marriage to break down. No. They didn't see the distance or the war as a problem. They thought he'll be back one day, and when he's back, our marriage will be better than ever. And they wrote letters. They didn't have any Wi-Fi. They didn't have any phones. And you fuckers can't handle a couple of months no contact, long distance. Are you joking? Think about that, about World War II and World War I, when it went on for years and years and years and years and years, and those people didn't see that as the problem, and they still remained together when they got back. Self-concept affirmations for getting my dream job. We'll stop calling it your dream job, Sabrina, and just imagine you've got it already, because dream implies unattainable. What affirmations can I use to get rid of my student loans and get a good paying job? I don't have any student loans anymore. I love my new job. It was so easy for me to get it paid off all my debt immediately. Guys, I'm a pretty lit coach by this girl is what? Guys, I am a pretty lit coach, but this girl is fire. I love you. Oh, Kristen, thank you. My SB says they do not like public displays of affection, like linking arms or holding hands, despite me affirming they do. Also, couples should have single beds, apparently. Oh, are they religious or something? What's going on there? So have you got a dominant assumption that the way they grew up, religious or whatever, is causing them to act that way, or that they don't want to show you off in public, they're ashamed of you, that they're hiding you? Where are you getting that from? So that's a whole lot of I'm not good enough thinking about yourself, Will. Where are you getting that from? Well, you asked me about my self-concept because of my shitty money beliefs. So yes, I don't feel good enough. I'm constantly told about my value, but I'm never where I feel I'm meant to be. Defo will work on self-concept. Thanks. Guys, if your dominant assumption is I'm not good enough, okay, I'll give you an example. I Am Sasha Official is one of the best manifesting TikToks, manifestation coaches. She asked me the other day what she should charge. I told her what she should charge. If she doesn't fucking charge what I told her to charge, I'm going to go off my brain at her, because that will be her self-concept reflected in her prices. And I will lose my shit. Okay? Your self-concept will directly correlate to what you think you can charge. There are bitches on TikTok who've been coaching for a month. They've got 1,000 subscribers, and they're coaching, doing video coaching. And Sasha's been on there for over almost a year, probably 9 months or something, with like 27,000 subscribers, and she's not going to charge enough. So I'm manifesting that she charges enough, because her self-concept's good, right? Just as an example. And I love Sasha, and that's why I want her to charge the right prices, because she deserves it, and she's a wonderful person. And there are idiots who are charging $175 and 45 minutes, and they don't fucking know what they're talking about. And they're just regurgitating my fucking teachings and Sasha's teaching and Kimberly's teachings and manifesting with Kimberly's teaching. Blech. I'll charge you $175 for everyone else's crap. What did Loz say today? Oh, I'm not going to follow her on TikTok and pretend I don't listen to everything she says, and I'm just going to regurgitate it, and I'm going to charge you money for her stuff. Bitch, we know what you're doing. We all see it. We're not stupid. But I'm not going to manifest anyone's going to do that anymore. I just did by saying all that. You see what I'm saying about the money beliefs? You won't charge enough money, or you'll assume people won't pay you. Also, how do we stop fearing that our self-concept will take a long time to change? Seems like the more I dig, the deeper I realize how much my self-concept needs work. Just decide you're stepping into this new state of you, and you're the new you, and it's not going to take time for you. Just decide. Just make that fucking decision. Yes, you can, Loz. Love some funny ones. Okay, we need some funny ones. I'll get my designer to make them then. We need some I run this shit and stuff and things like that. How do you deal with intrusive thoughts, images, resistance when you're on your mental diet? You just got to affirm against them, have new thoughts against them, visualize new visualizations against them. You just got to fight it, guys. Birds Full Land, I just text from 2 separate friends saying they can't help but think of SP and I as a couple, and asking if we're in a secret relationship. Lol. Oh, yes, darling, Birds Full Land. Yes, you found the deep root cause issue. Congrats. Persist in that. It's one of mine too, and I've been saying it every day for 2 months now. My life has shifted so much. Oh, good, darling. I would definitely realize that it can only be with you. Assume him, so you can envision him treating you the way you want to him, and really believe if that's a new him, you should be fine. Yes. I am too important to lose. I am too important to leave. Wow, I love them so much. I needed them. Yes, guys. What do you think about overthinking? It's just you noticing negative thoughts. There's no such thing as overthinking, guys. It's just you noticing the more negative thoughts that are more prevalent in your mind, because they're the thoughts you don't want to think. No one's having more thoughts than anyone else in a day. You can only think so many thoughts in a day. Your brain only has so much space. Your brain only has so many thoughts a day. You can only think one thought at a time, right? And there's only so much allocated space in your brain for that day for those thoughts. It's not overthinking. It's dominantly negative thinking. So now you got to do affirmations and think the new thoughts that will counteract that overthinking with new thinking that you won't notice as much because it's positive. I refuse to believe my future partner will cheat on me because of this view, because everyone in my culture and others has this view, and my parents, grandparents, aunties, and uncles have beautiful marriages. Okay, so that's where you're getting at, Moonchild. So you're in a culture where people in your reality assume people will cheat, and that's where you're getting it from, and that's where you're getting your paranoia. Do you understand? So that's why you are paranoid about your person, because you have a cultural reference in your mind of people thinking that other people will cheat. And even though you've decided, because your parents and everyone have beautiful marriages, you've got a dominant assumption in the back of your mind because of your childhood conditioning, cultural conditioning, that people cheat. And that's where you're getting the paranoia from. And that's why you're not allowing your person to be friends with their exes. And unfortunately, you're not understanding that the tape running in the back of your mind is people cheat. And I want a beautiful relationship like my parents. And I'm going to have that beautiful relationship. And I'm going to have that beautiful relationship by all costs. And I don't care what I have to do to get it. I'm going to tell my person that they can be friends with their ex because deep down I know people cheat. People cheat. People cheat. People cheat. And that's what's going on in your mind. And that's why you're acting like a fucking nut. See how this works? My question is, if an ex isn't giving you gifts, what's the point in communication unless they're very close acquaintance? They are a close acquaintance. Guys, there's a lot of fucking paranoid people in here that don't like their friends being friends with exes. What is wrong with you girls? Fuck me. My old SP met my ex. I was friends with him and hanging out with him the whole time. They were like, hi. They had to meet each other because I was friends with him. He had to just deal with it. Like, deal with it, dude. If you can't deal with it, what's wrong with you? I realized I chose men who aren't available. I know that's not feeling chosen. Is it also not wanted to be vulnerable? Can I affirm for that? Yes. If you have a dominant assumption, Marie, that when people really get to know you, they won't want you, will stop you being vulnerable with people like I always used to be. So that's why I'm saying now I can be very loving in a relationship and very open and assume it won't matter. Where I used to think if I be open with you or too loving with you, you'll think I'm a pushover, you'll think I'm overgiving, you'll think I'm too much and you won't want me. Well, now I've got the assumption that I can be loving and caring and I can be very vulnerable and express my feelings and tell you who I really am and you'll still love me anyway. Well, hopefully I've got that assumption. I'd like to think I dominantly have that assumption now. Hey, Loz, I've been blocked and having issues with one eye. On my way to the appointment now. Crappy week. Don't know where to start. I'm affirming I get overwhelmed and having issues with one eye. Well, just say I don't have issues in one eye. My eyes are perfect. My eyes are fine. I'm not blocked. Why would anyone block me? My SP and I have a mutual friend. I manifested him inviting me to his birthday. Now I'm manifesting SP asking me to be his date. Oh, I don't know. I've even added self-concept reasoning to my SP affirmations, but it seems like the scene that I used to play in my mind had to imply that it was finished. Isn't as vivid as it used to be. Am I doing something wrong? The scene that I used to play in my head to imply it was finished isn't as vivid. No, guys, it's all right if it isn't as vivid. Don't worry about it. Maybe it's sinking in. You don't need to imagine it quite as heavily because your mind's believing it now. Who knows why? Don't give a bad meaning that that's happened. How to answer the question of people if they ask, did I break up with him while I'm manifesting him back? Say, yeah. Anyway, how are you? And if they keep talking about it, say, I really don't want to talk about it. It hurts my feelings. Oh. And then they change the subject. You don't have to lie, guys, and say, it's what you're doing in your mind that matters, not what you do out here. You can say you've broken up all your life, but in here you haven't broken up, you understand? Okay, sweet, nothing's AMR, you understand? Go and watch all my videos. Go and watch the Manifest Your Specific Person playlist. And not think I'm a shit person because of it. Moonchild, I'm not saying you're being a shit person because you assume your ex is going to cheat. I'm saying with your dominant habitual subconscious thought that they will cheat, you will manifest that unknowingly. You do understand that you manifest things knowingly and unknowingly. I'm not in any way saying you're a shit person, but you've just made that assumption. I don't know where you got that from. The word you're a shit person did not come out my mouth. I don't know where you're getting that from, darling. Why are you triggered? Darling, this isn't the place to be if you're triggered. This is not the place to be. I trigger people a lot by telling them some truths about themselves. If you can't own up to your own self-concept issues, stop watching me. This ain't the place for you. Just so you know, your paranoia about the cheating is coming from your cultural background and you'll manifest cheating, unfortunately. Sorry, that's how it works. Sorry to scare you. I'm just telling you how this works, how dominant assumptions work. And you're not identifying your dominant assumptions, you're not owning up to them, and you're putting it on the other person thinking it's the other person's issue, and it's not their issue at all, it's yours. And I'm going to stop talking about it because you're not listening and you don't want to learn. I can't help people who don't want to learn. I don't want to help people who don't want to own up to their own shit. Those people get very lost here and they leave and get triggered, and then later on they come back and say, oh, you were right. And I go, no shit, Sherlock. How can't help but love me because I'm astonishing? Oh, he can't help but love me because I'm astonishing. Ah, wonderful. Marie, I choose men that choose me. I deserve a man that prioritizes me. Yes, they're great. Oh, shit, that's how I've seen my SP cocky at certain times. What self-concept do I say instead? He's cocky that he's with me. He loves to show me off. That's the only thing he's cocky about. Say something like that. Because, oh, my God, I keep thinking there was a time lag in my SP. No wonder. Should I say he's here now and we're so happy together? Guys, you've got to say they're here now. Not they're coming. You manifest what you are, not what you want. Laws don't affirm for World War III. That was a Freudian slip I didn't mean to say. Yes, I'm so glad I did law of attraction and other law of assumption coaches started watching laws. I started my actual journey in July 2021. Good. World War III. What did I say then? Laws just yelling at me. I need to step out of it and not worry about their party. Step out of it! Snap out of it. Imagine you're sharing Moonstruck and someone just slapped you across the face. Can you tell us about how you manifested about you passing your audition again? I just said, I am a student at school. I am a NIDA student. So I just imagined I was already at the school. So I went into the audition assuming I was going to get in, assuming I was going to get in. When I got rejected, I still assumed I was going to get in. I just imagined I was in. If it's a part you're auditioning for, imagine you've got the part. See yourself with that part. Yes, a world of peace. Yes, let's do that. World peace. Carla, if you can't ignore someone just to keep assuming they've found someone better and moved away, anything you find believable, yes, do that, guys. Never intentionally wish harm on anyone else. Yes, guys. Yeah, me too. I did a lot of weird stuff. What, law of attraction stuff? Hang on. I jumped again. But also thought I'm never going to get it because of letting it go or this or something better. No, I want exactly this. Yes. Yes, Sasha's so good, isn't she? She's great. Thank you so much, Loz, for all your help. Love you. Oh, you're welcome, darling. I love what you said, Loz, to work on self-concept more to others, including SP, will reflect you back. And if the only SP affirmation you will persist on is SP loves me, that would be okay. Yes, guys, if all your dominant assumption is about your SP is they love me. That's all the assumption you need about your SP. That's great. So that implies everything. It implies marriage, it implies you're the only one, it implies there's no one else, it implies they contact you, and it implies everything. They love me. They're madly in love with me. That's it. What is Birds for Land? Just other people giving you attention before your SP, guys. I'd love to make you stickers, Loz. Oh, yes! You do the stickers? How would you do the stickers? That'd be great. I wrote my manifestations and put them under moonlight. Oh, did you? You put them under moonlight? Oh, God. I wrote my manifestations every new moon and we'll put it under crystals and the moonlight. I'm so embarrassed. Guys, that's funny now. Decided to tell the story that my parents have always had a good marriage and decided to see how that changes their relationship. Also, it changes me and my beliefs. Good, darling, good. Oh, my God, I used to talk about crystals. One girl that I had 2 calls with has a room full of crystals. She just uses them as decorations now. I'm not alone. I see haha. Now I talk to myself, which I used to think was cray, but no, it's the right thing you should be doing. You're talking to yourself all day, guys. Your inner speech. You don't realize you're doing it. That's what's causing your reality. Those law of attraction coaches, they're too smooth with their words, yes. I love your opinion about overthinking. Yes, guys, it's not overthinking. It's just thinking more dominantly negative. Can I manifest a pet? I've manifested 2 cats in my reality without paying for the cat, going to a pet store, just decided I want a cat and 2 cats turned up on my doorstep 2 different times. Just imagine you have the pet. Hang on. Where am I? Anytime you think of your SP, replace the thought of them with I am the chosen one. Pick the affirmation, and anytime you think of them, repeat until it sticks. Yes, that's great, Raina. When you run after someone else, you're running away from yourself. Yes, please don't run after them, guys. They can only run away. I love running a bath outdoors and just talk to myself under the moonlight. That's how I am loved. Oh, that's great. I laugh now at them. Yes. You're on the right track now. Don't ever doubt yourself. Yes. Can I manifest pet? Yes, saw that one. What can I affirm to heal not feeling chosen or a priority? I'm the youngest of 6, significantly younger. I was called a good kid because I was quiet and didn't need attention. I can make so much noise now. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it when I big note myself and make lots of noise. Everyone loves how much space I take up now, how much noise I make. I get so much attention. I get all the attention I crave. People are always giving me their time and attention now. I don't have to be shy anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. I'm everyone's number 1 priority now. I'm not the last kid. I'm the first kid. Say those things. So yeah, now you feel guilty about talking about your needs. Well, don't do that, darling. Talk about your needs all you like. And people love it. People love it when I talk about my needs. People love making my needs met. People love meeting my needs. That's what you want. People always meet my needs now. Well, have you ever seen Nicholas upgrade to Life Channel? People are talking about that. I've never looked at this. I don't know a lot of the YouTube channels, guys. I don't really watch YouTube. No, I would never wish any harm. Good. I'll have to look that guy up. If you know that your SP is who you manifested them to be, how do you counteract the negative messages, thoughts that other people tell me about him? Well, just ignore them, darling, and just see them as old you, old thoughts about him, old him. Is there a limit to how much backstory someone... Oh, God. Let's just jumped. God, Damn it. Oh, fuck. I've gone backwards. Is there a limit to how much backstory someone provides before a session with you? I'm 43 years old, a lot of bullshit history. I feel like my story would end up being a novel. Some people did send me a novel, and I was like, holy shit, this is going to take forever. But most people were a bit clueless when I was doing the one-to-one coaching, was sending me a novel about their SP, and I wasn't interested. Okay? I'm not doing one-to-one sessions anymore, guys. You will literally have to do this. When I get my self-concept course out, you'll have to do the course, which will put your backstory in it. Then you'll summarize the backstory for me for the coaching. Then you have the coaching. And you've done an assessment about your childhood. I'll ask you, what did your assessment say? And tell me a bit about your childhood on the call, because I don't want to be sitting there asking you questions about childhood. You've got to work that out before the call. Otherwise, I can't do the group coaching. It will take too long, and all I'll be doing is asking you questions about childhood. But don't worry that you've had a whole lot of stuff. So did I. So assume that's not going to affect you now, and you're the new you. Write it all down. Go and burn that childhood and rewrite the childhood, or decide you're the new you. It doesn't matter about that childhood. The childhood's dead to you. Okay, that ruined my fucking life. Well, okay, I'm starting my life today. I am reborn. I am resurrected to the new me. Guys, you can have the most fucked up life. There are people who've had calls with me, and they will make your life look like a fucking cakewalk. Trust me. And they are now getting married, or got their SPs back, or got all the money, or trying for a baby, and their lives have completely turned around. It's whether you decide that that life's fucked you up or not. Whether you're angry about it and holding resentment about it and clinging to it and still being the old you. The whole idea of resurrection, guys, is to die to the old you and give birth to the new you. And you can't give birth to the new you until you forgive yourself for all the anger you held about that old life, and you forget that old life and just start fresh. You can't be the new you. You can't put old wine in new bottles. You're trying to be the new you, but you're still holding on to this resentment about the old life. That wine's going to taste pretty shitty being put in an old bottle. Get rid of it. Decide it doesn't affect you anymore. From breakup to become friends, and what to do to make more friends become lovers again. Beautiful coach. Thank you so much. What's this? From break up to become friends, and what to do more to make friends become lovers again. Okay, so for friends to become lovers again, you've got to see yourself as the lover. You've got to see yourself as the girlfriend. Stop seeing yourself as a friend. You're friend zoning yourself by feeling not good enough and not the girlfriend and putting them on a pedestal above you. Put yourself on the pedestal, please. That's the key. Go and do my I Am Chosen sleep tech. I think people should wake up even when they're triggered. If they want their reality to change, they will do the work no matter what. I wasn't trying to come off with like my issues are better than anyone's. I listened to a coach that you like, and she said some issues are deeply rooted and some are not. Oh, no, I'm not trying to say that you're saying anyone's more better. I'm just saying no one is different. Everyone's reality is being generated by them, regardless of what your issues are. Okay, so if they're deep rooted or not, well, you still have to change them. That's all I'm saying. I am well versed in the Bible. My comment about stop saying this or that comes from what you continually teach. Yes, please stop saying this or that will happen or will manifest. Now I'm wondering where STX got all their trainings from. Who fucking knows? Who cares? Hang on. Guys, these keep jumping. If I'm missing your messages, because it's jumping. And I've got to go to the loo soon. I've been here forever. I've been here for an hour and a half. I'm giving you 10 more minutes, guys, and I've got to go to the toilet. I'm going to go. If you know that your SP is who you met, I saw that one. Moonlight. Well, I'm here and I'm listening to you. Good, darling. But my dad was unfaithful to my mum, so maybe it's that. You think? And do I want to get to the point where I have this down really well? I watch your videos, I'm still learning. Guys, if your mum cheated on your dad or your dad cheated on your mum, you're going to assume cheating. Stop that. Out of nowhere, where I checked SP's IG, I saw she did TikToks turn out 3 days ago. She added me. It's small. It feels great. Oh, good, darling. Do you still do coaching? I'll be doing group coaching soon, guys. Group coaching only, not one-to-ones. I've had to move back home with my parents after a high-risk pregnancy and away from my boyfriend. How do I turn it around? So this is a good thing. This brings us closer together. This pregnancy brings us closer together. The fact that I need him brings us closer. He loves spending time with me. He loves being there for me. He loves being my rock. All those things. How can we change the old story if we can't think about our SP? How often are we supposed to think about them? I don't tell you not to think about your SP. Who's told you that? I never say don't think about them. I just say focus on yourself more. Why will I think people cheat when no one in my reality cheats? Why has no one in my family cheated on their partners of 30 years? Oh, darling, oh, Jesus Christ. Moonchild, you don't understand this. Your subconscious thought is what you're subconsciously thinking. You don't have to have had people in your direct family cheat. I'm saying, where are you getting the belief that your person will cheat, or you can't have others in your reality, that they're a threat? You're not listening to me, and you're not wanting to listen. You're not wanting to own up to your own subconscious thought. I want you to identify your subconscious thought that's causing your reality. Unfortunately, you want to blame me for your problems and say, oh, well, you're wrong because no one in my family cheated. Well, then why you've got this paranoia about your partner being friends with their exes? I'm asking you, where are you getting the paranoia from? It's a subconscious thought. Unfortunately, you're not identifying the difference between conscious thinking and a subconscious. And until you do that, this I can't help you. And I'm not reading the rest of your questions. I'm not interested because you don't want to learn. You don't want to open your brain. Till you open your mind, don't come back here. And continue to be paranoid about your person talking to their ex and watch your life burn down and watch them cheat. You'll see, it'll happen, and then you'll come back here and go, oh, fuck. And I'll go, no shit. Okay? I saw crystals, but they are natural and pretty. Yes, do it because they're natural and pretty. When SP comes back into your life, should communication be reciprocated on both parties? I know everything's great, but just want to make sure I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Well, Justin, as a guy, that's up to you. Like, I can't tell you what to do in terms of how much you reciprocate. That's up to you. It's your belief behind it. So if you believe that I have a dominant assumption that if I reciprocate too much, he's going to think I'm needy, well, then they'll think that. If you say, I can call them all day long, I can send them funny videos, they think it's cute, well, then they'll think it's cute. What's your assumption about what you're doing there? Ever since I got, oh, what's this, Labria? Hang on. Ever since I got slightly triggered on Valentine's Day with seeing my SP give the 3P flowers, I've deleted social media. I've been affirming 80% self-concept, 20% SP every morning throughout the day and night. I've even added self-concept reasoning to my affirmations, but it seems like the scene that I used to play in my head to imply it was finished isn't as vivid as it used to be. Am I doing something wrong? No, darling. Maybe you just focus on the affirmations more and it's not as vivid because it was a distant thought you had. Don't worry about the vividness of the scene. Because how can I affirm? Oh. Oh, God damn it, this jumped. How can I affirm to lose 25 pounds and keep the weight off? I used to be bullied a lot for my weight as a child, so it resulted in yo-yo weight and starving myself. My body is beautiful. I'm my ideal weight. I look in the mirror and see my perfect body. I have the perfect body now. I am my ideal weight. Weight just falls off me. People are constantly complimenting me about my body. I'm my perfect shape. Say those kind of things, darling. Whilst when I'm raging my affirmations in my head, I hear your voice. It could be you watching movies where people cheat in relationships. Yeah, it could be. It's cultural conditioning, guys. I've seen coaches talk about how you have to change states instead of thoughts. Why there seems to be this elitism about you shouldn't have to flip thoughts all the time. Your thoughts generate your state. If you've listened to some dumb bitch who says just be in the new state, well, how the fuck do you get into the new state without thinking? Honestly, are they that retarded that they honestly don't understand how to get to a state is by thinking? Please stop watching those idiots. And guys, the cultural conditioning of cheating, let me just explain something to you. I've got a friend who grew up in Thailand and she's got the cultural conditioning behind her in Thai culture that white men end up with Asian wives. And guess what happened to her mum? She said her and her brother used to have the dominant assumption all the time, surrounding them the whole time because every other white man in Thailand that worked with her dad used to end up with Asian wives. And he used to say to his wife, I'll never leave you. Of course I won't. Da, 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 da. And what happened? And now he lives in Thailand with his Asian wife. And she was like, my God. And when I said that to her, she said, shit. I thought that the whole time I was growing up that that's what men do in this culture. Even though my dad showed everything opposite, it still fucking happened because that was my dominant assumption and my mum's dominant assumption. And guess what happened to her? Because that sunk in culturally in your mind that this is what happens here. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said no one in my life cheats, including my friends. I'm saying I don't have this view that people cheat and TV does not hold that much power over me. Yes, but Moonchild, clearly the exes hold so much power over you that you don't allow your person to be friends with them. Are you listening? Do you have a hearing problem? A lot of people are holding power over you, including your person's exes. Why are you so worried about them if they don't hold power over you and don't hold influence over your person? You are so unself-aware. It's unbelievable. I have talked and talked and talked to you. I've literally given you half this live and you are still not listening. This is not the channel for you, darling. This is for the channel for people who like to listen. Maybe I'm going to get to the end of the chat and the penny will drop at the end, but it doesn't sound like it's going to drop with you because you've got a real stubborn mind. That's my assumption about you reading these stubborn comments. Because apparently the law of assumption doesn't apply to you. Sorry, it will. It does. It is. If I'm affirming with my SP to be my husband, but refer to him as my boyfriend when I'm around other people, does that mess my affirmation? No, guys, it doesn't matter what you say out here, it matters what you're subconsciously thinking, which is what I'm saying about this moonchild person. She's not understanding what she subconsciously thinks. You can consciously think things all day. Oh, he's my boyfriend, but back here you're thinking his husband? Great, that'll work. He won't cheat. My family don't cheat. No one in my reality cheats. Everyone cheats. Everyone's culture cheats. Men cheat, men cheat, men cheat. It's just subconscious thinking, guys. Why do you think my account is called subconscious laws? I'm not one of these idiots who's telling you to subconsciously think I'm a bad bitch all day. When back here, your dad abandoned you, you're abandoned, and that's why you have to say I'm a bad bitch, because you've got this dominant assumption that men leave, because when you're a kid, you got abandoned by your dad, and so you feel you have to be tough and not vulnerable because your fear of getting hurt and left makes you think I'm saying about a bad bitch will manifest my reality of not being hurt, but it's because you've got a dominant assumption that you'll be hurt and left. Fuck me. Guys, you really need to identify the difference between your conscious thought and your subconscious. This is what runs the show. This is what manifests your reality. If you're not identifying that, I can't help you. I almost feel like giving up on this live because there are some people who really aren't listening. Is it okay to temporarily stop doing SP affirmations? Yes. I'm focusing solely on self-concept. Great. And I already feel like I'm at the end with my SP. Perfect. How to know once subconscious has conformed? You don't. All you know is your reality starts to change. People start giving you attention. Your SP starts coming back in, contacting you. People are giving you compliments. People are reflecting your thinking. It's working. Funny thing was, I was going to make a guidance video on how culture, society, norms, etc. have influenced our subconscious mind, and now you mentioned this in the live. Religion, cultural background, differences in religions, the way your parents showed up in their marriage, it all conditions you guys. You're not clashing with me, Moonchild. You need to just open your fucking ears. Because I'm literally telling you, you're going to manifest something bad. I'm trying to tell you, and you're not getting it. Well, can I listen to your sleep affirmations during the day? Yes, guys, but you've got to think them more than just listen to them. But have them there as background music. I would rather you had that than music. The triggers are good. It helps you figure out what you need to work on. Yes, guys. Moonspace, no one cheats. Doubt it. My culture growing up seemed to same. Guess what? They cheated, lol. Listen to Loz. Guys, look. It's your subconscious thought, okay? No one-on-one coaching, just found you and you seem awesome. Oh, sorry, guys. It is very misleading in my old TikToks. You've got to understand, the TikTok lives on my YouTube now are from I think I'm up to May of last year. Well, no. Yeah, I'm only up to May, and I've been doing them for a year now. And I was doing one-on-one coaching at that time, so it's a bit misleading. Sorry, hang on, guys. Funny, saw this one. What are the best ways? Oh, hi, Brittany, darling, you're here. Cultural chains, yes, guys. What are the best ways to get rid of dominant assumptions when they seem impossible to get rid of? Well, stop saying they're impossible and just have the new assumptions all the time. You've got to, look, guys, this bottle is full of oil, right? And to fill this up, to get rid of the oil, I have to fill it up with water, and it takes a bit of a while for this oil to come out the top of the bottle and out. Top and out, top and out. Okay? You have to flush it out with the new affirmations, okay? Hi, Loz, can you briefly talk about the Sabbath? Is it necessary to go into that state since we create our realities? Can I affirm I create the assumption that my manifestation will come regardless? Yes, guys, say it will come regardless. Absolutely. Tell yourself those things like, I have what I want. It's here now. Of course it's going to come regardless. It's here now. All those things. But the Sabbath is just the feeling of it is done, which is the feeling that Neville says is the secret. Feeling it's done. Feeling the feelings of the senses you would feel if it were true. Being in the state of rich, being in the state of loved, being in the state. I'm listening, just confirming what I thought. Good. Heidi, I think of more recent memories. Let's say last week I went to the store and something funny happened. And in the memories, SP isn't in it somehow, even though in the 3D it was not actually there. Does that mean I'm revising, my revisions are catching up in my mind, or what? So if you're revising and they're not in the memory anymore, yeah, sure, it's probably working. I ended my relationship on the 14th of the 2nd, being sad, but gave a good meaning, so I can work on my subconscious and view the new version of SP because I want him to be single and ask me to be his girlfriend. Well, do that, Meryl. If that's what you need to do, you need to break up to believe that this, you can work on yourself by yourself, and you need to believe this is true and you had to break up. Well, fine. Don't give up on us, Lois, just because some need to be thrown in the well. Manifesting an SP I dated over the summer. I've got little contact. A guy I dated after not speaking for 2 years won't stop reaching out. Saw an SP at the gym today. Are these sites good for land? Absolutely, darling, absolutely. Guys, I'm going to go because I'm going to win my pants. Manifesting an SP I dated over the summer. I've gotten little contact. I saw that one. Guys, don't repeat it. I've seen it. All right, guys, I'm really going to go because I've been here for an hour and 44 minutes. What should I call this live? Manifesting cheating. That's the first thing it's going to say on the thumbnail. And then I'm going to call it, what's the other thing I'm going to say? Time lag. Manifesting cheating, time lag, or time. That's what the thumbnail is going to be called, guys, okay? It's going to be a red thumbnail with white writing, and I'm going to post it now, and you'll be able to watch this straight back. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching me, and thank you to all the people who sent me super chats. It was so kind of you. All right, guys, I'll be live on TikTok later. All right, everyone. See you guys. Love you. Bye.